What are the flaws in CPI basket of goods? Imagine trying to measure how much prices are changing for everyone using just a single shopping list. That's what the Consumer Price Index does with its basket of goods. But this method isn't perfect. The basket is based on what people bought in a specific past period, called the base period. It assumes everyone keeps buying the same things in the same amounts over time. But in real life, people change what they buy when prices go up. If eggs get expensive, many switch to cheaper breakfast options. The CPI doesn't fully account for this switch, so it can overstate inflation. It treats all price increases as if consumers keep buying the same items, even when they don't. Another problem is how the CPI handles product quality. When a new phone comes out with better features, its price might go up. The CPI might see this as inflation, but part of that price increase is because the phone is better. Statisticians try to adjust for quality improvements, but these adjustments aren't perfect. Sometimes they miss changes or get them wrong. If a product's quality gets worse, the CPI might not notice, and the inflation rate could be understated. This makes it tricky to get a true picture of how prices are changing. The CPI also struggles with new products. When a new gadget hits the market, it often starts at a high price and then drops quickly. But the CPI updates slowly, so it might not include these new, cheaper options right away. This lag can make inflation seem higher than it actually is because the basket doesn't reflect the latest, more affordable choices consumers are making. Sampling errors also play a role. The CPI is based on collecting prices from a sample of stores and items, not every purchase made by everyone. This sampling can lead to small errors. Sometimes the data collection isn't perfect, or the definitions of goods change slightly. These errors can cause the CPI to be a little off, either overstating or understating true inflation. Lastly, the CPI is designed to reflect the average urban consumer. It doesn't show how inflation feels for different groups. People who spend more on healthcare or energy might experience higher inflation than what the CPI shows. This makes the CPI less useful for personal cost of living adjustments unless you have a tailored index that matches your spending habits. All these flaws mean that relying only on the CPI for adjusting wages or benefits can sometimes give a misleading picture. If the CPI overstates inflation, people might get more money than they need. If it understates it, they might not get enough to keep up with rising costs. Knowing these issues helps us understand that inflation data isn't perfect and should be looked at carefully.